Good morning. Glad to see you. Not that I can see anybody at all other than myself, which is not a bad thing to look at. So here we are in the Gospel of Mark, following the story of Jesus, and he's making his way into Jerusalem as we speak, which is exciting because that means he's on the way to the kind of culmination of his mission. The chunk we're reading today is Mark 11:12 to 26. Morning, Nick. And it's one of those slightly odd passages where Jesus does some weird things. Not weird as in missions. What's the word? Miracles. That's what I was looking for. Not a weird miracle kind of passage, but Jesus kind of does acts a little bit un-Jesus-y, maybe. People often say this is a passage where Jesus gets angry, and we often think that anger is a bad thing. So I won't read it to you because it's long. I'll try and remember to stick it in the comments. If I don't, Nick can remember because she's good at that kind of thing. Morning, Wayne, at the centre of the universe. Good for you. But yeah, I'll give you a bit of an overview. So Jesus is on his way to Jerusalem and he feels a bit hungry. And he spots a fig tree and he thinks, yeah, that looks good, I'll have some figs. Wanders over to the fig tree. Fig tree has no figs, just lots of leaves. And he gets really cross and he curses the fig tree and he says, may nobody ever eat from you again because I'm so cross that you didn't give me any figs. And the fig tree dies. The disciples are a bit like, well, this is a little odd. And then he goes down into Jerusalem and he gets to the temple and he sees in the temple that it's really, really busy. It's buzzing, like people are loving being in the temple. But when he gets closer, he realises that they are tradespeople, that they're people who are buying and selling and ripping people off. And he gets really cross and he starts flipping tables and chucking people out. And the teachers of the law, the Pharisees, they get really cross and they start planning to kill him, which is, as we know, where we're aiming for at the end of the gospel. So what does the fig tree and the temple have in common? Well, the fact is that they looked really healthy. So the fig tree had loads of leaves. It was looking amazing. It's a little bit like the chili plant I've got in the greenhouse. Loads of leaves, really healthy looking plant, but it had no fruit on it. And then when Jesus gets to the temple, the temple looks really healthy. It looks like there are loads of people there, like they are worshipping and celebrating and praising God. And then when he gets there, he realises that that's not the case. It is full of robbers and people who are cheating people and people who are making money out of exploiting other people. And the point is that both of them looked healthy. The fig tree looked healthy, the temple looked healthy, but the fruit that they were producing wasn't there. And that can be the same in the lives of Christians. Maybe you're a Christian and you're watching today, or maybe you know a Christian and you think, yeah, they say all the right things. You know, they say that they love other people. They say that they want to give to the poor. They say that they're a Christian and they believe in God, but I hear them swearing. I hear them not trusting God. I hear them not being kind to people. I see them storing up all their wealth and not helping other people. And that's the difference between looking healthy and producing the good fruits, the fig tree fruit, the stuff that the fig tree didn't have. And I guess it doesn't even have to be, if you're a Christian today, it could be that you talk a good talk. Like we all know those people, don't we, who talk a good talk. They've got all the plans, all the ideas, but then they never follow through, or they back out, or they change the plans at the last minute, and you're left disappointed like Jesus was when he got to the fig tree. And that's hard. It's tough when we're disappointed. And I think we need to make sure that we're not the people doing the disappointing. We're not the people letting people down. We're not the people who talk the good talk and don't walk it. We need to be the people who are exceeding people's expectations. They look at us and they think that is an unhealthy looking fig tree. There ain't going to be any fruit on that. And when they get there, we've got the best fruit going. That's who we need to be, exceeding expectations and not disappointing people.